So, I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Tracy, and I have suffered with nasal polyps for 5 years. I realized that there was something dramatically wrong um, within my uh, nasal passage, a little bit with the throat and ears after my daughter was born. She was 5. She's 5 now, so this has been 5 years. And quite frequently, I will visit the doctor and be diagnosed with bronchitis and also some swollen tonsils or uh, bronchitis, tonsillitis, ear infections, because everything's connected. And I went to my ENT, and he suggested that I have some nasal polyp surgery. Also, he wanted to do a pretty gnarly slice into my forehead to drain some of the cavity here, and then also in this area. I'm not having that, so I got online and started doing a little bit of research and saw people having significant improvement with diet. Not just any diet, but gluten-free. So my venture with gluten-free started, and within 3 days I could tell a huge difference. My nasal polyps prior to the diet started around here, and I could feel them in my nasal cavity to about right here. And shortly after my diet started, I could feel the shrinkage within my nose. Not literally speaking, me feeling them shrink, but when I stuck my finger out my nose, they were physically shrinking. The whole entire towel that I usually filled up with snot on a daily basis was diminishing, and I was feeling where I was on a 1 to 10 scale. Maybe I was a 2.5 before, with tired and just coughing and blowing my nose, watery eyes, busted eye veins. Blood vessels in my eyes were bursting from blowing my nose so much. I was feeling, about a 6 or 7 after just a few days of cutting out the flour. So it was amazing. And I lived like that for 2 weeks, and I kept reading some of these posts. And I know dairy is a mucus catalyst. So shortly after that, I cut out the dairy as well. And within a month, I felt 95% better than I had for 5 years. Just cutting out dairy and gluten. Not a surgical procedure, not the steroids that made me feel better for 5 days. I'm talking about dramatically waking up without the split lip from being a mouth breather at night. I would wake up and I would have this whole portion of my lip would be split. Cracked tongue down the whole center of my tongue was cracked, just because of the polyps. I couldn't breathe through my nose. Also, I could never do, everyone says do the neti pot or the saline and all that other stuff, which is great if you have the passage. But because I said my polyps were so deep that I couldn't get any medicine to come through, it would just be stopped. And that caused ear infections when I tried to do it because, it had nowhere to go, so it just go straight to the ears. That sucked. So, I did recently, within the last 24 hours, have gluten and dairy, hence the foggy sounding voice due to the blockage of the nose. So I wanted to start from the beginning. Go back to my roots with no nasal passage whatsoever, and I want to record a little bit every day, and I want to show you how I cure my nasal polyps. They are in my nose right now. I can't feel them. They are about from here to here. Only on this side. This side, I feel swelling up here, so I'm sure it's in the works. But I hope to have the polyps gone in 2 to 3 days, and I want to show you how it works and has changed my life, because if you're watching this video, I'm very sure that you or someone that you're very close to is going through the suffering that is nasal polyps, or maybe you're thinking of surgery. And if I can help you, with the knowledge that someone told me to help me, I really want to help somebody, because it sucks. And the thought of having dramatic surgery on my face and up my nose with a return rate of these polyps, it wasn't going to happen. So something had to give, and this has worked for me. I asked the ENT how severe my case was on a scale of 1 to 10. I love the 1 to 10 scale. It's just a thing with me. But he said, I was a 9 pushing a 10. So I was about as bad as it gets, and I got to feeling so much better in life. And it makes me appreciate life, and my quality of life has just gone through the roof, and I'm so thankful. So stay tuned. I'll hook you up over the next couple days with my results, and you'll see what I'm talking about.